Started. We are live. Say hello.
Hi.
I'm going to introduce you first.
Hey, y'all. Yep, you are live. I got a notification.
Right. Hello. Thank you guys for tuning in. I feel like I look weird from this angle. So
you're not looking at me yet. Okay.
A little bit. Alma, thank you for joining. Ali Molly 27. I want to make sure I say that right.
I'm about to join.
Hey, Kendra, thanks for joining.
I'm about to.
You did. You just popped
I did?
up.
Okay, good.
Hello, I am Bonke the author. Hey, Ebony. I sent you the link to your video. I am Bonke the author. I am a new author, a new entrepreneur, a new professor, and a new wife. And this is the Thank You Tour. So as you guys may know, we are celebrating the anniversary of the release of my debut novel, Always Want More. And in the year that this book has been out, we have sold nearly 1,000 copies, something that only 3% of all authors will do. And so you're probably wondering, okay, well, how were you able to do it? I really don't know. It was a true blessing, a true miracle, and I have been so fortunate to have amazing people from all walks of life help me with this journey in different types of ways. So today we are with my very good friend, Kendra, and she is going to share her thoughts on fashion, on community, on Rochester, all of that good stuff. So let me just tell you why Kendra is being thanked. One, she has come to a lot of the Always Want More events. And one of the things that I'm the most proud of about our events here in Rochester, New York, is that it is always a loving environment. Like, you come to us and you're going to leave feeling better. And the reason why it is so loving is because everybody that I pumps with is loving. Like, we smile, we speak. I don't do mean girls or mean muggers. Everybody looks better when they smile. And also, Kendra, I'm not a real fashion girl, not really, just naturally pretty, but fashion isn't really my thing. And so when you are trying to sell a product, you have to look polished. And so Kendra was one of 3 people who have really helped to elevate my style. So I'm going to flip it back so y'all can check out her and all her fabulousness. And thank you guys so much for the hearts. Thank you for inviting followers. You can click that little white do in the corner to invite followers. And also make sure that you follow me, because I share everything that I learn. I am not a hoarder of knowledge. I think it's enough out here for everybody to eat. So if I know it, you will know it. All right? Can't catch a signal. I'm driving by. I will be looking for the recap. And Velvet, say hi. Hi, Velvet. Love your whole life. Alrighty. Flippity flip.
Hey.
So, Kendra, you are a native Rochesterian.
I am.
Can you tell us some of your journey of being in Rochester?
Journey? What do you mean by journey? Like things that I've done in Rochester, or?
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, I've been here all of my life. The first time and only time I moved away was when I went to Howard in D.C. But I was only there for 6 months, and I came back home for reasons that I'd rather not
disclose.
Well, I wish they hadn't occurred. I wish I had stayed down there, actually, finished school, and see where life would have taken me from there. But I really wanted to finish with school, so I moved back home, finished school, and here I am still. So I think maybe God had a different plan for me.
Hold that thought.
Yes.
Shermish, thank you so much for joining. I hope I said that right. Shermish. Okay. Thank you, Shermish, for joining. And Bug, my Shar, you are up tomorrow, so I'm glad you're watching this so you can get more comfortable. So you said God had a different plan for your life, and that's what pretty much brought you back to Rochester. How long did it take you before you were comfortable? You accepted that you were supposed to be here.
I don't know that I ever really accepted it, but I kind of just went with it and didn't fight against it, so to speak. Let me go back to the journey. So I tried to leave Rochester maybe in 2007 or 8, and my car got totaled. So mysteriously the night before my moving away party. So I was like, okay, God, all right, you got something else planned. Because that didn't happen, and I absolutely needed to have a car in Georgia, where there's not everything's not 2 seconds away like it is home. But that was one kind of, I don't want to say setback, but maybe a different turn in life. What else?
Thank you for joining Velvet.
What else I want to say about that? I think that's it. I think I knew that that was divine intervention. Because had I gone down there, who knows what had happened. But so many things have happened since then that lets me know, okay, God had his hand in that too, even though I was disappointed at the time.
So you're back in Rochester. Are you happy here?
Most days I am happy here. Most days I would say Rochester is the ideal city. There is some of everything. There are places to go. You just have to be open-minded about where you want to go and what you want to see, what you want to do. Sometimes I feel like I want to go experience something else and see what there is out there. So I try to fill that in with traveling as much as possible. And I was able to do some of that this summer.
So, looking at you, you look absolutely beautiful on camera.
Oh,
like, love the cheekbones.
Thank you.
So, how would you describe your style?
I would say my style is, it's not all me. I think I wear what I like. I wear what looks good on me. I have a small frame, but I have like kind of broad shoulders. Skinny, so I can't wear everything that I think I want to wear. I wear what works for me. I've always been the person. Also, I think the lady yesterday, Lakeisha said the same thing. I don't like to wear what everyone else is wearing. I don't like to be the person that just blends in. So, I got most unique in high school. That was my superlative because I used to wear some funky stuff that people was like, that is weird. But I like bright colors, but I also like neutral colors. I like things that are form-fitting, so that shows the curves. I think every woman likes to have that
sex appeal.
Yes, that sexiness, but also that confidence in that presentable style as well. So it's a mix.
Sherman said it's Kendra-rific.
Thank you,
I love that.
We'll go with that. Kendra-rific, yes. But I like some of everything. I have my favorite stores, and I kind of look online to see how can I duplicate that if it's too expensive. Sherm will tell you I have an expensive eye. What else?
So it seems from watching you that you have, and from knowing you, but I'm pretending like I don't know you right now, right?
Okay.
So that you have like a deep-seated confidence, because you said sexy, but then you went on to say confident. Have you always had that, or did you grow into it?
I think when I was younger, I didn't have any confidence. I think I was very much a product of kind of the white standard of beauty, and thinking that was what I had to strive to be and achieve this image that I definitely could not achieve. So I had a lot of friends that looked a different way, and I was like, I want to be pretty like them, and didn't at all believe that I was pretty, didn't at all believe that I was worthy. Any of those positive things that I grew and was later taught, grew into and was later taught. So I think it kind of surfaced, or it was uncovered maybe in middle school. I became more confident, seeing other girls that looked like me, more of them. I went to a predominantly white elementary school. So that played a big part too, I think, in how I saw myself. And then I didn't go to that school anymore, and I was able to say, oh, okay, I'm all right. Matter of fact, I'm a little bit all that. So no, I think it grew over time. It grew out of some pain. It grew out of some tough situations. Coming home like, this is what was said, or this is how I feel, or this is, it grew out of those conversations of, you are worth it, you are beautiful, you are this, and then believing it, I think, after a time.
And then believing it. So, how would you, because you recently turned 30.
Yes, this is 30.
I love your hashtag that you use. So how would you describe this time period of your life?
It has been tumultuous. And that's a word that it just popped in my head, so it must be so. I think I've learned so much over life, but I don't think all the lessons really, it's like you don't know you learned it until you face something else again and think, okay, now what do I do differently this time? Or how did I go about this thing last time? And how I'm going to do it differently? Or how should I do it the same way? Until you're faced with some hard things and you're trying to find the lesson in it. Like, okay, what, Lord, how am I supposed to respond to this? So this year has had everything that can possibly happen, like in one culmination, like in one. It's crazy. It's crazy. 30 has been something. It's been eventful. I've seen everything that I never thought I would see, from mental health, stress, to seeing the awesomeness of God moving in ways, to feeling like, God, where you at? To meeting people that push you to be better, push you to be okay, be the same, you know, don't regress, even if you have to just maintain, that's important too. So from being out of work to going back to that same job, when in my head I was like, I'm going to be done with this job by the time a certain time comes. That didn't happen, but I'm still waiting. So it's been real. It's been real.
Santasha, thank you so much for joining. So you said a few things, and I'm going to just ask for more details, but feel free to push back if you're not comfortable. So you mentioned mental health stress.
Yes.
Can you speak on that a little?
I have grown up in church pretty much all my life, pretty much to some level. So even as a little kid, when I was falling asleep on the pew the whole service, I was in church. And I went to a church that probably didn't have anything catered to young people. So it was just, you were just there with the adults. And then I moved into another church that was everything for young people. You know, at least it was at a time. But nothing in any of those experiences with church and religion and relationship, well, let me rephrase that. Nothing's had anything to do with relationship. As a young person, it was more religion. You just do some stuff and not understand why you're doing it. So I was kind of conditioned or trained to just do and not understand why when it came to understanding God and all of who He is. So when it came to having some mental health stress, I just keep saying it that way.
That's fine.
I didn't know how to combine what I knew about faith, what I've learned about faith, with I may need some additional support outside of what I know God to be a healer, but I know that He heals you through some doctors too. You know, they're doctors for a reason. And maybe He uses medicine. I didn't take any medicine, but I did see someone outside of the church. And I was hesitant to do that because the church always, it's a stigma, like, and it's taboo. You don't talk about mental health. It's a spirit. God gonna fix it. That nearly had me lose my mind, like, for real. Work was tough. Home was tough. And it was too much. So I found myself being very blunt, honest. I found myself in psychiatric ED at Strong Hospital thinking I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it. I'm pretty sure I lost it. But God, I was like, okay, when I saw people there that were, to me, what appeared to be in you know, maybe worse conditions and maybe more mentally stressed than me, I was like, okay, I'm not here. I'm not at this level, but in order to maintain the sanity I think I have, I had to seek out some other help, which was so awesome. So
hold on one second, okay? I just want to greet everybody who just joined. Hi, MJ. Thank you for joining. Velvet, thank you so much for all the hearts and your comments. Again, I'm Bonke, the author, new wife, new entrepreneur, new professor, and new author. This is the thank you tour when I thank all the amazing, dynamic people. Hey, all the amazing, dynamic people who have been a part of this journey, and then they just share their testimony. It's all good. And they just share their testimony. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this. I hope that it's something that you can relate to and learn from. Thank you so much for the hearts, and thank you for sharing this broadcast. So I'm going to flip it back to Kendra, who is one of my very good friends. She's an awesome supporter. She's one of the most fly people that I know. She has helped me elevate my style, which has definitely helped with my brand. So... okay. All of what you said is something that most people would not share. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What makes you share this story?
I share it because I know that it's not about me. That's one thing being This Is 30 has taught me. Almost everything is just not about us. It's about somebody else. Somebody else's freedom. Somebody else's success. Somebody else's healing. Somebody else's that little thing that pushes them to try it one more day. I would never have been able to say, I'm going to go to get some counseling if I hadn't worked with people who constantly go to counseling. You know, I make referrals to counseling. How am I going to refer you something I wouldn't do myself? So it's I think that it helps me to be more sensitive in my job, and people that are going through. They don't know God. I try to show them God, you know, and how I live, but they don't know God. So if I'm telling you, well, maybe you should talk to some counselor, I can say now, having talked to one, yeah, it may be useful for you. And so it's not about me. It ain't about me and how embarrassed I may feel or how embarrassing the topic is. I got to move past that because, like I said, I'm going to lose my mind.
Velvet said your test is your testimony.
Absolutely.
Alexandria, thank you for joining. Thank you for all the hearts, ladies. So I have a question for you. I'm going to flip it back for 1 second. Please just comment with what are some of the things that you do when you feel your stress level rising. What are some of the things that you do to alleviate that? Please comment with what do you do to reduce your own stress. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I just love Kendra's transparency, and we can keep this thing pushing like that. MJ says meditation. Yes. So you mentioned your job and what it is that you do. You didn't mention what you do. So do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am a child protective caseworker and investigator in Monroe County. So I go out into homes, into schools, into anywhere, really. And I meet with families, and I discuss the well-being of the family. I should say it like that. I help families who struggle with material things, necessity of, having things to clothes, feeding their family, all of that, having some place to stay, and investigating child abuse, neglect, maltreatment. So that's what my job is.
So you are a social worker in the human services.
Caseworker.
So what is your, because that in itself, like, I'm sure you've seen some things. What is your advice for anybody that's in that field?
You have to, first of all, I think anyone who goes into the field, they are the ones who love people, because you certainly don't love money. If you love money, you are in the wrong field, because you will not be making very much. I think that we're also the people who see beyond the front that people put on. I'm okay, I'm fine. We see beyond that. We see beyond it because we know that people are not just unbreakable. I'm sure when one of your friends have asked you how you doing, you may say, "Oh, I'm fine." It's like a knee-jerk response. You don't even think about it. You just say it without really being okay. So we have to see beyond that. And we're also people. Sometimes people think that we're so strong, we can tolerate all of this stuff, but it's a weight. It's a weight that's put on you. So be prepared for that and have some self-care stuff already lined up, and be real about the weight of caring for other people. I think this job is not a job of what you do, but it's who you are. It's a who you are job. It's not a job of, oh, I do this. I punch numbers all day. No, I'm in a business of caring for people. And that doesn't always turn into this scenario where I can come home and be free of work. You carry it with you. You carry it with you everywhere.
MJ said, in all your years of being in the field, have you ever dealt with narcissistic parents?
Yes. Yes and no. Yes, I have. You have to let people be who they're going to be. And again, you just speak to, remember that you're there to serve people. You have to have a posture of serving. It can't be about flexing. I can't go in there and say, excuse me, but I'm telling you how to raise your kids, or, this is how you do your family. Because you're the expert of your family. You know your family better than I know your family. I happen to be coming in at a time where you may not be at your best, but you're still the expert on your family. So I have to take a stance of, let me just remember why I'm here, get in and get out.
So there's a level of respect that you enter these homes with.
For me, that's first. That's first. Because, first of all, I'm letting y'all in a little secret. Nobody has to let you in their house. They just don't. If you don't have to let the police in your house, why would you let CPS in your house? Unless they have a warrant. So why let CPS in unless they have a warrant? Because we have to get an order if you tell us no. Same thing that the officer has to do. Mm-hmm. So when I'm coming in to your house that you're the expert of, and it's still your domain, I'm not going to come in like I got all the authority. Because, while I do have some power, you could tell me to get out, and that's where I'm going. Mm-hmm. Bye. Right. Because you're not about to shoot me.
Right.
Behind looking in your refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it ain't that serious. As long as I can see your kids, we good.
Right.
And I can see your kids at school. Truth be told. You don't have to tell me, give me permission. I can go to school and see your kids because they have to let me see your kids. So, fighting with parents and all that flexing is for the birds. I don't have problems people be having.
Do you think a part of that is because of your cultural background, that you don't have the same problems that other CPS workers may?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think 95% of the people who've had issues and they're like scared to go to people's houses and want somebody to come with them or want to call the police before they go out, they don't look like me and you. Mm.
So what role does that play?
I can't say it. Now, also being honest, a lot of black families don't want black CPS workers. Go figure.
That's fucking retarded.
It is, but I think they have, I can't say all, but some people have this preconceived notion that I've heard it all. You a sellout. I heard that. From one end of the spectrum to the end of, well, because you're black, I want you to just automatically find nothing wrong. And they expect that's what's going to happen. And they think they can get away with some stuff because they're used to dealing with people who don't look like us. It's interesting. It's interesting. It plays a role, I think, depending on the family. And some families don't care. I done had families, I've had white families that are the most receptive. I've had white families that are like, what you doing out here? Like, why are you out here in my... And then I've had black families that was like, oh, you a CPS worker.
That's an interesting perspective. That is definitely not what I was expecting to hear. Hold on one second.
When I got this job, I was like, that's new.
Portia, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so I just wanted to greet everybody who's just jumped on. You guys absolutely want to catch the replay. Kendra is breaking it down on how her journey in Rochester and being okay with being here. Mental health issues and how we can all get through that, how we can all de-stress our lives, to fashion, to the human services field, and the best way to navigate that career. I'm going to kind of segue because I want to know what's coming next for you, and I have an idea of what should be coming next. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to tell her what she should be doing.
Yeah, listen, I'm down.
But it's what I do. So, like I said, Kendra helped me a lot with my fashion. So before I had my photo shoot, I'm going to hold up one of the pictures. we talked about this outfit. And you guys can see all of these images on my Instagram page, which is Banke the author. So we just talked about something soft, a juxtaposition. As you can see, this beautiful ball skirt. And then we paired it with an Always Want More t-shirt. So Kendra was the genius behind this look. I am not a fashion girl. I am a writer, okay? But I'm smart enough to go to the people who I know are experts in different areas. I'm going to show you guys another look. So my branding colors are black, gray, and pink. And so we just did this pink blouse with a black and white tube skirt. I hate to shop. So Kendra, she took me out to Eastview Mall and we just looked at different looks. I told her what I was looking for. We talked about the colors and then we just talked about the different ways that it would work for me. She didn't dress me like her. She dressed me like me, just like the next version of me. And so again, I just want to encourage all of you guys, like we all have different skill sets and talents. Tap into the skill sets of those around you. I don't have to be a fashion girl when I roll with some fly ass chicks. All right?
Yes. Okay, I'm done.
Uh-oh, flip back to me. Let me do that again. Here we go. So what is your tips for those people and their styles?
I would say just don't worry about what people are going to say. People are going to talk. So wear what you like, but wear what fits you. Don't wear what does not fit your body shape. And if you just got to wear something, get the proper undergarments. That's really it. I can't make. I don't want anybody to be little, robots and look like the same. But if you like something, wear it, style it, be free with it, and don't feel like you have to look like somebody else or wear it like somebody else wore it. Wear what you like.
Would you be open to styling people for money?
Absolutely. So
let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me. Should I give my email or something?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Email is Kendra, KENDRA.SAMONE @gmail.com. Kendra Simone.
Way too fast.
Sorry, KENDRA.SAMONE @gmail. Kendra.Sam1, but it's Simone.
Nice. Do you, a year from now, because a year from now we're going to be having a whole different conversation. Tell me where you are going to be.
I don't know. And to me, that's really scary. It's one of those things where I wish I had a better answer. I just don't know. I don't know. I know I won't be at Morrow County DSS. I'll tell you where I won't be. I won't be there. But where will I be? I don't know. I would love to be somewhere else, I think. But if I'm here, I'm cool with that. I just want to be doing something where I enjoy doing it every day and not feeling like it's a chore. I'll tell you this. I do want to be in a position where I am somehow advocating for people and helping them get to the next level, whatever that is. So it doesn't have to be at DSS. If I could figure out how to finagle styling people into helping you get to your next level, by all means, let's do it. But I don't want to be at DSS.
You should look into the organization Dress for Success. Okay. They just opened one here in Rochester on State Street. Okay. And MJ is one of their officers.
Oh. Okay. Hi, MJ. Hey, girl. Look me up.
Right. Look and she says, do you set goals, life mapping, etc.?
I recently did do a vision journal. I didn't do a board. I did a journal. And I definitely spelled out several areas of life and wrote down what I want those things to look like. And it's the first time I've done it. So, yes. The answer is yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Hi, thank you guys so much for joining in. This has been a very special stop on the thank you tour. I just want to pour some life back into Kendra. I think she shared a lot of life. I think she shared a lot of herself, and I'm hoping that it helps you. So thank you guys for all the hearts. That tells me that it did help you. But please, let's just give Kendra some words of encouragement. So please comment with anything that you feel like she needs to know. Again, I am Bonke the author. I'm a new author, a new wife, a new entrepreneur, a new professor. And I could not do all of those things as well as I do them, because I do them quite well, if I say so myself.
Yes, you do.
If it wasn't for all of the amazing people around me. And so I had to share them with you guys. So any words of encouragement or any last questions that you have for Kendra, please share those. I'll flip it back to you.
Okay.
So Kendra,
yes,
I just want to say thank you for being such an amazing friend.
Aww.
Thank you for being so fun, so flexible. You are one of the most selfless people that I know.
Thank you.
You always jump in and lend a hand, and I just really hope that God blesses you with everything that you have done 100-fold.
Thank you. Thank you.
MJ says, thank you for all this info. Blessings will be upon you.
Thank you, MJ.
And we snatched that thing right about the sky, okay? So I love you. I love your spirit. I love your personality. I love your quirkiness. You weird as fuck. And I love that you just do you everywhere where you are.
Thank you. While we're still here, I would say the same to you. I think that this friendship has definitely been one of the highlights of my last year in existence. When did I meet you? Like
a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago. So
right.
It's been pretty phenom. I've gotten probably the most encouragement from you and another person, and that just tells you God gives you people for the season that you need.
Yep.
that you're in. So thank you.
Velvet said, thank you for sharing your testimony. Stay focused. You have a great spirit, and great things are coming to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I believe it.
That's all right. This is what we do. Good people coming together to share good information. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for following. Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring. I truly appreciate it. I hope you ladies, I think it's all ladies that jumped in here, but I hope everybody has a beautiful evening, and I hope that you have beautiful friends. Continue to speak life into them, because we eat the fruit of our mouth. It will come back to you. Okay? Mm-hmm. I love you, and God bless.
Bye.